Hello everybody, welcome to the final day of Kon-Rikka Marketplace. Today we have our semi-finals and the grand finals after this. We're going to start up this game between Choke 9 and the 6P laners. Alright everyone, this is it. This is the final stretch between these slave teams. We're going to have two very good teams here. We're going to have the 6P laners versus Choke 9. I do need to do a disclaimer though. A new rule was added, right? So players could get an additional member from any sort of eliminated team. So far, for the side of Choke 9, they did not, in fact, bring in a player just yet. But for the 6P laners, they are going to bring in AX Yassi to join along with them in this journey. As for Descendants, who are the grand finalists, they did bring in Saint Sakai's or Khan for their match. So that'll be quite interesting in the grand finals to come up. All right, let's start this match off. We're going to be having the Luo Yi ban as well as the Roger ban by the 6P laners. Yeah, pretty standard stuff. Not too surprised about any of this sort of thing. The Edith pick I'm not so certain of. I know Edith's a very strong pick. I'm not going to go ahead and say that it's very popular though. So there was a good chance that, you know, 6P laners didn't even like consider picking up that one there, but it is what it is. All right, Yami gonna pick up the Ling here. Very solid start to their draft right now. I wouldn't be surprised to see an Angela being fit in by Sylveon coming through pretty soon, actually. So yeah, if I'm the 6P laners right now, I want to be like either stealing the Angela or like I guess maybe trying to draft around it. You know, there's some pretty good picks against Ling Angela. Personally, one of my favorites is the Kaja, right? Really like Kaja into that. They can shut down that strategy pretty well. But we are going to respond from the XP laners, the 6P laners, excuse me, with the Terizla and the Zosk. Again, two very strong heroes. So in fact, I kind of like this. Opening to the draft coming in. Heck, you did. Gonna be hovering over the Yu Zhong. I think it's fine, right? It's a nice bit of stun lock as well. You know, can sort of try and catch the Zosk before the ulti by like locking him down. Quite a fan of that. Valentina as well being picked up by Slim Shady. Some decent ults to steal already, right? You got the penalty zone and the Dominator's Descent. Specifically the Dominator's Descent, I think, is what she's looking for this game, coming in from Slim Shady. I'm surprised that Angela hasn't come out yet, you know? This would be a really nice Angela, also paired with the Yu Zhong, right? It's not just about the Ling at this point. But Kufra being picked up by Yassi, actually. So I quite like this one. It's a classic sort of Ling counter. Does sort of get the job done with it, right? And catch him out of midair and stop him from escaping. However, you know, Ling is that hero that does have escapes, right? He can sort of use that Tempest Ablaze to escape the Kufra set, ignoring that bouncy ball. So, okay, but that's the ban I was expecting, right? The Angela coming through from 6P laners. That makes a lot of sense. I'm surprised. I really am surprised that they did not pick up the Angela a bit sooner. The Valentina ban could have come out a bit later, right? Valentina is a bit better the later she's picked in the draft because there's more ultimates allowed to be stolen pretty much at that point. So not going to have access to that hero now. All right, coming into the next phase of the draft here, we got, as I said, the Angela and the Hayabusa ban, actually, from the Choke 9 team here. Nabs. Oh, it's actually going to be Amanda's picking up a hero right now. It's the Ixia, right? We've seen him play a lot of Melissa.
It's my way or the highway.
Your team is picking.
But the Melissa not coming out this game is going to be the Ixia. Decent amount of set potential to make use of that full barrage. So quite excited to see that come out. Sylveon actually going to be picking up the Carmilla here, also quite a popular pick in this in South Africa actually at the moment. So going to be keen to see that coming through. As for the last pick by Choke 9, we're going to go with a Moskov, looks like it. Not too sure how I feel about that pairing against the Ixia in lane. I feel like Ixia does win pretty much most of the trades that come through when it comes to that hero, well, that matchup. But oh, spicy pick coming in from Nabs. We're going to have the Fanny coming through. Yeah, I think it's a fine Fanny game. I feel like the biggest counter to Fanny is maybe might even be the Moskov, right? With that sphere of misery. You know, just sort of disrupting her, standing against walls and stuff. But other than that, the Fanny is pretty uncontested this game. I'm really keen to see it come through. Surprised there wasn't a Martyrs, actually. I mean, Martyrs doesn't really fare too well against the Ling, right? Can sort of disengage, etc. I also don't really want to give the Decimate to Valentina, so I'm really liking this Fanny pick. I think it's going to do really well. We'll just have to see if Nabs is that guy, if he can bring out the fire, the Kyrie energy, you know, the Sakai's energy coming through.
Welcome to Mobile Legends.
Getting that Valentina also, yeah. Valentina also counted by Kufra,
5
right?
seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them.
So I'm really liking the really thought out, like the thought through drafts coming in from both teams, right? They both have some very, very powerful drafts. You're not beating around the bush here. They really want to take this win. To go into game 1 between the 6P laners and Choke 9. I'm gonna see if Chemical actually goes for the Thunderbolt. Actually, that's a swap, right? It's gonna be Yassi on the XP lane with the Terizla this time. You can expect that the Yuzhong versus the Terizla. I feel like Yuzhong does do a bit better early game, but as the later the game goes, I feel like the Terizla, he sort of like manages to live through the Yuzhong damage, right? He just pulls a little bit of defense, gets that dominance ice specifically, so that the Yuzhong can't really do much against him. But at the moment, yeah, you can see that the YZ definitely owning that lane. But if we go into the top lane here, I'm expecting to see this Moskov get quite harassed quite a lot, right? Madness with that Ixia, that Starlion Siphon is really, really strong in lane. It can just sustain you through the lane. It does a lot of damage, so it's really hard to just like get good trades versus an Ixia sometimes. However, the real meat and stew here is that Fanny. Definitely gonna hope to see some cool plays, some cool fast hand action. But yeah, we're gonna have the turtle spawning in the bottom lane right now. Quite a slow game actually, right? It's like both teams sort of feeling each other out right now. Sorry, I got a little bit distracted there. We're gonna look at the fight coming through. It's gonna be Yummy going in onto Nabs here, missing a cable. That's gonna cost them first blood. Very, very unfortunate. As now, this should be a free turtle coming in from Yummy. So I just really need to reply in that situation there. It's quite an important text. Yeah, that's gonna be Fanny going to the side of Choke 9 right now. Nabs, a very unfortunate first blood there. This is gonna shut down his game relatively hard. He does need to sort of just catch up though. We've seen this Ling versus Fanny matchup countless times, not only in Kon-Rikka Marketplace, but also in the MSC series, right? Usually, I feel like Ling has a little bit of a better time in most cases. However, it really does largely depend on how good the Fanny player is. If he can like get those solo pickoffs consistently with those steel cables and that tornado strike, right? So it is going to be up to Nabs to really show us that he can put in the work to get this victory here. Coming through in the top lane here, Sylveon scouted out by Chemical right now. Manus also wants to get a little bit of a harass there. Yeah, I mean, the game is pretty stagnant still. Not really anything happening too much. Anyway, look at that damage coming in. Chemical getting harassed quite a lot here. Gale comes in with a Tyrant's Rage. Actually, it's going to connect on Slim Shady as well. There's a lot of Shadies in this game. Sylveon getting hit by that Dominator's Descent. Trying to make it out of there. Misses the Mind Eater from that Zast, but it is going to be another kill coming through. As the Madness definitely starting to feel the advantage that XF gives early. Oh, Yassi getting gone on by the Yuzhong here. Tag, you're dead. Wants to get the kill. That's Essence coming through as well. Oh, Nabs missing out the Tornado Strike on the Yuzhong, but does force the Black Dragon though, so that is a trade. No blue buff to work with though. Chemical wants to sort of snipe the kill onto Tag, you're dead here. Has the bouncing ball, so it might be a little bit difficult to get away from him, but he's just too tanky at this point. With that Black Dragon for that additional HP is going to make a difference. Oh, here we go. Yummy finds the Fanny in the bush here. We've got 3 people maybe raiding this blue buff. If that blue buff gets taken, we're going to be really concerned for Nab's well-being in the rest of this game. Here comes the flicker from Chemical with the Tyrant's Rage onto 2 people. Nabs, he's going to get the kill onto Yami here. So they manage to defend their blue buff and get the kill on the jungler. A little bit of a misplay coming in from Choke 9. Slim Shady does manage to steal that Dominator's Descent. All right, let's take a look at the items real quick on this game. Yami finished off that Berserker's Fury, so he's going to be really starting to slam those enhanced basic attacks with that second skill there. Fanny going straight for the Sea Halberd. No, not the Sea Halberd. What's called the Blade of Heptases, right? A lot of ocean-themed items in this game. I'm sorry. But the Chemical, that's what I'm really keen to see, right? It's going to be that Thunderbolt on that Kufra. That big damage they can do with that enhanced basic attack. The bouncing ball, right? To increase your defense is a whole lot. Quite a lot of damage. Anyway, we're going to see the turtle getting taken down by Yami here. It should be a nice and easy one, although Nabs, the same level though. Oh, a nice blood curse coming through. Nabs really needs to land those cables in order to get into the fight to get that retribution here. Chemical on the front lines taking a lot of damage by the Dominators and Sven coming in. Actually, by both teams, we've got 2 aliens on the floor pretty much. Slim Shady gets out of his though. Chemical will finally get taken down by Tag You're Dead. This is going to open up the turtle for Choke 9 to take pretty much easily here, unless Nabs can steal it. But there is 4 people currently defending it. I don't think Nabs lives through this. We are going to see the full barrage coming through, but it's going to cost Nabs his life. That's going to be an easy retribution coming in from Yami. So that is quite a detrimental fight. A devastating fight, might you add, for XP laners here. They're going to not only lose their jungler, but they're going to lose the turtle as well. Okay, in the bottom lane, Yassi doing quite a lot of damage to Tag You're Dead. What does he have? Yeah, he's got the War Axe, actually. So he's going to be sustaining through the damage, and he's going to go for that Dominance Ice. Yassi can definitely take the punishment. All right, Chemical. Oh, okay, that's my mom. Excuse me. Anyway, we're gonna see Tag You're Dead getting taken down by the duo of Chemical and Yassi there, the brothers in arms. All right, it's just I really need to turn on Do Not Disturb when I cast these. I'll do that after this. Anyway, looking at the top lane. Yami coming in with that Berserker's View, doing quite a lot of damage. Tempest of Blaze is well committed, but there we're going to see the Spear of Destruction. Going to do a lot of damage as well. Nabs can't really get out. Shady's going to be able to throw him down with those basic attacks, but Chemical gets a kill with the help of that Thunderbolt here. There it is, Dominator's Descent off the mark with the Mind Eater. The Enhanced Mind Eater, excuse me. But, oh, big damage as well, but Dominator's Descent stolen by Slim Shady, so he's going to be fine. Has enough sort of defense to get out, but oh, there it is. The Pamphlet thrown in by Chemical gets the kill onto Sylveon. Another fight by the 2 XP laners, but they're in the mid lane this time. Both of them don't really have the anti-heal yet. I don't really know who wins this. Oh, but Tag You're Dead, he's actually going to overstay his welcome here. Really underestimating the damage that Terizla has when it comes to just how hard those hammer swings mean when it comes through. Oh, Nabs also going to not really get the best sort of cable action here, but they do get the kill onto Slim Shady there before he can use his Dominator's Descent as well. So game quite intense at this point. I feel like they do scale a little bit better on the side of Choke 9, right? With the help of that Ling, right? So that mid-game time is going to be really, really scary. So far, I mean, I guess we have to be kind of brutally honest here. The Fanny not really working out too much yet. You know, maybe once she gets some items, you know, she'll be a bit more confident to sort of go in. As we now look at the Lord in the top lane. When we're spawning out. Ling finished off. Quite a nice little bit of items here. Oh, interesting build by the Imanus there. The Golden Staff and the Corrosion Scythe finished off. Can we go for the Sky Piercer next? I think Sky Piercer definitely not a bad idea. Here we're going to see the Tyrant's Rage come through. It's going to be Chong taking a kill onto Sylveon. That's going to set them up nicely for this Lord. If they want to take it now, I feel like they should. Not going to commit though. But now, just circling around the Lord here. I feel like that was a Lord opportunity by 6P laners there. Not entirely sure why they didn't go for it. But Fanny finished off the double penetration items here. As the Beta Heptases, as well as the Hunter Strike. Definitely going to really smash through those squishies when it comes to it. Okay, now we look at the blue buff break coming through. We're actually going to see Tiger Dead getting taken out. There's Curse of Blood and landing also multiple people here. Yami, he's going to try his best with the help of that. Tempest of Blades, which will come through now. Nabs, wall spamming quite a lot. Should be able to get the kill on the Shady here with that Tornado Strike. Yami does nullify the damage to some degree, right? Gets the 2 kills on Humanus and Chemical. Especially Humanus, right? That's the kill he needed. But that's going to be a 4-for-2 trade. Definitely in favor of the 6P laners right now. As Chong, ooh, playing around a little bit here. With that blue buff. No Dominator's Descent, so actually needs to be a little bit careful when it comes to it. As, yeah, I'm really expecting our team to take Lord at this point. You can definitely see that South African ML is like not really too big on the turtles and the Lords, right? If this was a PH or let's say other things, they would be on that Lord at any given opportunity. All right, we're coming through. This is a Lord? Am I wrong? Like they have the team fight, right? 6P laners have the team fight. Maybe, I mean, I guess in a counter argument, so does Choke 9. Oh, Flicker coming in from Chemical. Misses out, unfortunately, but we are going to see the full barrage doing all the damage. Tag it dead there with the help of the Sky Pierce. She's going to be able to get the kill nice and easy. Here's Tempest of Blades. Humanus on the run, but it's not going to be able to make it out there. Spear of Destruction misses out, but gets cleaned up by Yami. Dominator's Descent as well, committed by Slim Shady here. Gonna be able to get tagged with that first kill from Yassi. I think that's a dead Valentina. I'm pretty sure it is. As Slim Shady comes in with that big damage. Not Slim Shady, that's the normal Shady. You can see the mask of damage really starting to get thrown out here. Has the full Trinity finished, actually, if you can see with that bar there. Chemical just hiding in that bush there. Don't think he's too safe right now. Yeah, he needs to get out. Look at that damage by that Thunderbolt, man. I think we can check how many stacks that each person has now. Yeah, we are going to see 21 Sky Pierce stacks on there. The Ixia. And a nice amount of Thunderbolt stacks for Chemical. Gonna be able to hold that position quite well with the help of that full barrage. Not going to have it for the Lord fight, though. If it does eventually happen. Actually not really happening here. We are going to see Sylveon getting harassed in this bush here. She might be able to fall down quite quick. Pops the blood, Curse of Blood before she falls. That's a free kill coming in from the 6P laners right now. The game is pretty close. We are going to see. Here it is. Coming through. Yummy. Can be able to get away from that bouncing ball. It's the most important thing. Taking quite a lot of damage. Pops that Tyrant's Rage before he finally falls down. Here comes. Oh! Nabs gets caught down by that Spear of Misery. Exactly what I was talking about. But it's going to have to be a trade. Oh, here comes the Madness coming in. Has the Wind of Nature from Shady. Should be able to keep him alive. Just for now. Yassi wants to get the kill. What is that logic? Gets pushed back but hits the hammer. The giraffe neck hammer right there. As the Yami wants to get that Lord now. You know, he knows Nabs is down. Can't win the retribution on the side of 6P lane this year. But Yassi doing a decent job of zoning. It is a 3 versus 3 pretty much. No, 3 versus 2 actually. So it's going to be a nice easy Lord coming in from Choke 9 here. Yassi on that front line, trying to get out with that passive, those nice and tanky when the lower HP he is. This is the game both teams want to win. They want to get to that grand final. They're going to put all of it on the line for themselves right now. Okay, we got the Lord marching down the bottom lane here. I believe that is the enhanced Lord. So he kind of needs to defend this one. Yeah, see, trying his best. I don't think he's going to be able to hold the Lord enough for before it crashes into that tower. There it is. Yummy. Holding a good position on the wall there. If they're not in the area, so they can't really take a team fight right now if they wanted to. On the side of 6P laners. It is choke 9 though on the offensive here. Yassi is going to be able to take down. Oh, here it comes. Tyrant's Rage. Only onto one, unfortunately, though. Ixia not in the area to pop in that full barrage. Nav's going to get taken down first. Yummy finishes off that Blade of Space. So now he's looking for a kill on the top lane. It's going to be a 1-for-0 trade. As Nav gets taken down. Oh, nice. Flame shot attempt by Chong, but he managed to already heal. Tiger dead. He managed to heal from that creep wave already. Chemical still looking for an opportunity to go in here. Full barrage committed by the main madness there. Purify also committed by Shady. Penalty zone misses out on Shady, but does get Tiger dead in the bush there. That's not going to be any ultimates though for 6P laners. I think they need to back off, I'm pretty sure. Oh, nice jump in by Chemical here. That could be a good big kill onto Shady. The Dominator's Ascent enhanced. Mind Eater needs to land. Shady, he's going to try his best to run away. One pamphlet should do the job though. There it is. Penalty zone committed on the side there. I don't think Shady's living through much any more of that. But okay, there it is. Yummy trying to take down Madness here. Should be able to get the kill. Nice and easy one there. Pretty much Chong. Oh, Chemical. One pamphlet can do the job. And finishing up this kill onto Yami, but he will get away with the help of that wall spam. Finch Poise, I believe it's what it's called. Take a look at the items once again. We've got 32 stacks. Thunderbolt on the Kufra there. He is tanky, and he's going to be doing a lot of like turning that tankiness into damage as well. So really, this Kufra is scaling quite nicely here. As for me, Madness, right? He has that Wind of Nature now, so won't get caught off guard as much as usual when it comes to those Wind of Nature man fights. With the help of that Sky PS as well, can really take advantage of the big team fights, getting in that quick damage that they need to quickly end the fight nice and early, so that you know they can't really get their spells off on the side of Chug 9 here. Chemical in the bush, gonna be able to use that Thunderbolt, doing a lot of damage to Silver, and you can see that damage going through with that Thunderbolt. Here we are. We're gonna see the Lord though. Gonna start to get taken down here. Chemical finding Sylveon. I don't think this is the right target though. Here we go. Yeah, I mean they're gonna go on to Tiger Dead, sort of just keep that harass coming through, that aggression. The 5 stacks on that Thunderbolt now as well. As you can see, both teams are just way too scared to attempt this Lord, right? Because once both teams die to the Lord, you know, if one team wins the Lord fight and the team fight, it's pretty much over. Oh, here we go. Still just some pokes and prods by both teams here. They really are just afraid of taking this Lord here. It's even going to evolve here at the 18-minute mark. As Choke 9, they're gonna find the courage to start off the Lord here. Now Yami go in. Oh, there's the Petrify combo coming in. Chong, he needs to pop that Dominator's Descent here. He's gonna go in. Black Dragon form as well, committed. Nav's on the back lines here, fighting against Sylveon. I don't think that's the right target. Here we go. We're gonna see the Cutthroat coming in from the Fanny as well. Gonna be able to get out. The Lord resets itself, but not fully. Okay, here we're gonna see Tiger Dead going in. Misses out the stun. The knockup coming in with that Black Dragon form. We're all gonna see the penalty zone also coming out, managing to dodge that Curse of Blood. But I don't think Yassi makes it out too much here, because he has the Moskov going against him, pummeling in those spears. Oh, here we go. Chong going in with the Wind of Nature though. Oh, Tyrant's Rage. This is out. Unfortunately, Chemical, he's the one that's going to get taken down. It's going to be a 2-for-0 trade. Spear of Destruction off the mark as well. But here comes that Tempest of Blades. Madness forced to use that Wind of Nature. So now they get the Lord as well as the one team fight here. So, man, Choke 9 definitely putting in the work. Winning these fights quite convincingly at this point. You know, their fights are quite chaotic. Sort of picking off each individual enemy one by one. is now, yeah. We're looking at the high ground defense situation here coming in from the 6P laners. That's going to be the Evolved Lord as well, so not going to be easy to defend whatsoever. Ooh, Rose Gold Meteor committed. Well, taken down actually by Shady there. With the spears. That's going to be a resource taken away. I wonder if Humanus will replace it. Anyway, should be a free tower coming in. Oh, no, but the full barrage is going to come through. But there we go. Ling looking for some action onto Emanus there. They're going to be able to punish him. They're going for the base. They're going for the throats. They should be able to do it. Yummy, he's looking for the angle. He's going to be able to finish off the game with a nice sort of a back, or almost a backdoor sort of play, but it wasn't really. As that will be the 6P laners out of Kon-Rikka Marketplace. Victory taken by Choke 9 there. Beautifully played. I would like to discuss the game a bit further, but I need to just reply to a few messages. I will be right back, guys. So please stay tuned for the grand finals of Kon-Rikka Marketplace. It is going to be Choke 9 versus Descendants coming through. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Kon-Rikka Marketplace. This is going to be the grand finals of the tournament. Today, I have a very special guest. It's going to be Ezekiel NA, all the way from obviously NA over here. How are you doing? Are you excited to see these matches?
Oh man, I'm doing fantastic. Thank you so much for having me out. Today's been it's been great to actually participate in this tournament and see some of these teams going head to head. We've seen them do really well so far in this tournament, but getting them to show out to today is I'm ecstatic.
Yeah, of course. As we are going to see some popular bands coming through, right? Zask, completely out of nowhere with that revamp, just came out of the meta. Really strong hero. Definitely worth banning out, right? I know that Juju on the side of Descendants, he likes to play that a lot. So that's a target ban as well as a meta ban. As the target ban, as well as the Ling to Yami there. I don't know how these heroes are doing in North America, but they're pretty strong in South Africa.
We've seen a lot of really cool things coming out of Roger, both within the last season and coming into this new one, especially where people started to play him a lot more on the gold lane too. The diversity coming from him has been absolutely fantastic. And then with the Zushin getting pinned out too, a new hero that still I think a lot of people are, starting to figure out now, but some people are still a little bit behind the curve. So her presence on the field can definitely make things a little bit messy.
Yeah, and it's as well like really popular currently, that hero, man. It's just so annoying, just getting lifted up, thrown down all the time. It's quite it make you insane. But anyway, we're gonna see Tagged picking up the Terizla as well. No scam, right? They're going straight for the meta heroes, straight for the jugular. Terizla probably not the best XP laner right now in the meta, but definitely the most consistent, right? Is how I describe him. So it just doesn't really lose his lane.
So my big thing about a Terizla is he might not be the most powerful hero in all situations, but whenever you're looking at a safe first S1 pick, a Terizla on the EXP lane is absolutely that. He's a character that, again, might not be the most viable for all situations, but you can put him into almost any team composition and still see some level of success.
Yeah, exactly that, right? The success is exactly what it is, right? He just doesn't lose. He's just hard to kill, has the set, does everything for your team. But yeah, we are going to see Saint Sakai's picking up the Hayabusa here, as well as a hero that just came out of the woodworks. His kit synergizes very well with the Sky Piercer, so we might see that coming through, especially against a Terizla, right? That item sort of does counter him to some degree, because it does execute him before he gets too much value out of that passive of his. Yeah, as well as the Juju picking up the Julian, just standard meta heroes coming in from both teams pretty much.
What I really like right now is I do think that Slim Shady picking up the Faramis is going to give them the ability to survive the heavy burst damage that we're seeing coming from the others. Hayabusa with that consistent burst, Julian with that consistent burst, Edith with that consistent burst, again in her ultimate form, being able to be countered by that Faramis is going to be tough. I want to see what they're going to have to be able to make something happen, because without a Basha or something like that, this might be a little bit difficult for them.
Yeah, Abasha, yeah, that's an interesting one. Do you think Abasha would be pretty good here? I think so, maybe, right? It's that consistent burst coming in like a what do you call it, in not like burst damage, right? It's like that sustained slow damage that Basha could be quite good against, right? You're probably right with that. As Hank.
So I'm not even saying for I'm saying a Basha to use to help counter that Faramis, because of that reduction.
Yeah.
On the regen and on the shields, it makes the Faramis a lot less potent in his ability to sustain his team.
Oh right, yeah, I get exactly what you mean there. Yeah. Sorry, I misheard that one. Yeah, I was not expecting to see the Barman come through. Shady is gonna pick the Beatrix over there. I kind of like that one. Just has damage, right? That's all that Beatrix does, right? It's just pumping the damage when that Curse of Blood comes through from Sylveon, as well as the penalty zone from Tag You're Dead. So I really like the synergy between these two, between Descendants, right? Between each of the members there. Alpha as well, gonna bring in that early game aggression that we're expecting to see as well. So I'm really liking the side of Descendants.
Honestly, the only concern that I have for them right now
is the
is I
proof
do
that I'm
feel
still
as if they
alive.
lack the ability to effectively split push. A lot of their heroes are made to work together. Again, with that Faramis and the Terizla, this is a team that we're looking at stacking on top of each other and just being really hard to bring down. But with that being said, almost the entire other team is heroes that can play independently. If they want to go work their way up a lane, whether it's the Brody, the Julian, the Ruby, these are heroes that can absolutely do that because they really, as a team, don't have a lot of strong team fight capability, at least in my opinion. But I think right now we're in a position where either one of these teams can be successful if they're playing to the strengths of their team. I think if Brody can keep on the side lanes, if Julian can keep on the side lanes and keep that split pressure, I think they might be okay.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. That's something that what do they call them? Descendants have for themselves running, right? There's that side lane pressure, right? They got such mobile heroes that they can just you know, the Hayabusa and the Julian, they can just maneuver around the map and just win the game purely based on objectives if they wanted to. Yeah, as you said, not the biggest amount of team fight, right? It's all about the solo pickoffs, especially with the Edith, right? Having like one of the longest stun locks in the game pretty much on a single target can definitely be quite potent in this match.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Something I am curious to see how it pans out is the alpha pick. There's not a whole lot that at least that I'm looking at right now, that the alpha is going to be absolutely crucial in accomplishing. They've already got those team set capabilities, and oh, Julian looking to get an early pick. Oh, but Hayabusa cuts him down, quick and easy, first kill, going to the Descendants.
Oh man, that was a really unfortunate one. Just walked into the wrong bush from Slim Shady there. Even committed the Purify. So that's a resource down for a potential another skirmish happening soon. As you can see, that early game, that's not just the early game, but that single target sort of lockdown that the Descendants have is as I said, really, really potent. They can get kills whenever they want.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, that's what I was saying is they have the ability to do that. But, you know, it was tough for Slim, but can the real Slim Shady please sit down?
Yeah, exactly that. Juju coming in with the angle on the bottom side here. I don't think the bottom lane's the right lane to gank, right? We've talked about this. Terizla just doesn't want to die pretty much with that passive of his. Oh, I missed that top lane kill. It is going to be Saint Sakai who's getting the Ogi shadow kill on to Shady there. Two Shadies on this team, by the way.
Yeah, and I do think that you're right on the money. Terizla is not the person that you want to be trying to gank early in the game, especially with his awesome recovery. Since the rework of the War Axe, really just bringing out its full potential, we see heroes like Terizla almost impossible to kill through different portions of the game. So trying to stack up over there is a little bit more difficult. We do see an engagement. Tell us about it.
Oh yeah, we're looking at the engagement for sure. Hank comes in with that I'm offended. Sylveon is going to be the one getting taken down here. Another I'm offended as well. With big penalty zone though, with the Spear of Alpha. It's going to be taking down Salem Neptune, but oh, there it is. The Nether Realm going to protect them up from that Primal Wrath. But this is the angle that Descendants need to take that turtle.
Beautiful team synergy coming from the side of the Descendants. Oh man, Slim Shady barely got the safety, that save for the team. But, you know, the Descendants didn't waste any time and said, we don't actually need your kills. We're taking the turtle, and then we're going to keep our lanes pushing. I love that.
I mean, that is already quite a strong start from the Descendants here. 3-0 here. Going for another one as well. Apocalypse commits the flicker. Nice save from Juju. Oh, close snipe as well.
Barely. I know Brody was sweating. I felt the heat coming from that myself. I felt the heat of his breath right on his neck. Oh man. But I do want to say that I do want to see some of these guys playing a little bit more together. We know that from what I was saying earlier, the Brody, the Julian, all of these guys, the Descendants, their team is built to play these side lanes and keep the enemy team split up. So with that being said, we are still looking at a 0-3 team build. Already 2,000 gold lead, just over 1,000 gold, leaning up slowly. So what these guys really need to start looking at doing at this point is trying to figuring out how can we effectively play safe on our own terms. And right now it looks like they're getting it.
Oh yeah, that was a good, beautiful curse of blood coming in from Sylveon here. Oh, there it is. Shady gonna get a kill as well. So Sakai's on the run. Juju wants to try and get away from the Spam. Is probably gonna get pulled in, but has the flicker to get out of that as well. A beautiful tower dive coming in from the Descendants there, but they do lose a few members. You know, that's some valuable shutdown gold that Choke 9 are gonna get for themselves here.
Faramis is hunting. Doesn't find what he's looking for, but is enough to delay out the Julian, giving them a nice little gold lead from that gold tower. Hank looking to cause some trouble, but not wasting his time with the Terizla.
We all get, yeah. I mean, like this XP lane is just so stagnant, right? Two completely unkillable heroes. Probably not going to see too many kill action happening without ganks. Well, we are seeing one gang coming through as well. It's going to be Saint Sakai is coming through. Tiger dead. Oh, nice penalty zone does land on the both of them. Tiger dead, trying to fight his way out of it with that vengeance. Actually, no flicker. I just noticed, but he's going to fall down. A good attempt to survive.
So much. That took so much out of them. Terizla was standing his ground and putting the work back down. I actually thought I almost thought he was going to get a kill out of that.
Oh yeah, I also thought so as well. Like, that penalty zone was a good setup. Beautiful knockup coming in from Sailor Neptune here. Turtle gets taken down by the Descendants. A nice blood curse comes through as well. Juju and the gang are getting taken down quite low, but they have the man fight. They have the advantage from that gold lead, and they are going to be able to win another fight.
Honestly, with the way that these teams are playing, I almost feel like they would have been more successful if they would have just completely swapped their hero rosters. I feel like the Descendants are playing a lot more together, which is the natural born advantage that that we were looking at for the other team. So I think maybe the heroes got swapped.
Yeah, true. I do want to point something out though, is that this Edith really been just she's just been in the mid lane, dude. Like, Juju hasn't really been clearing his lane at all. It's like the Edith is just pretty much the other mid laner. I like the strategy.
I think what the Descendants are doing right is, again, that pressure and being able to keep this this other team completely split up, really effectively shutting down their ability to play together was absolutely fantastic. And they make it look so easy. That's the big thing. Is granted they're only about 1,000 gold now. They lost that one little fight. The other team picked up some gold, but back into it we go. Brody taking a whole lot of pressure, barely getting up out of there. Team getting ready to show some love and show some support to keep him safe if need be, but Brody don't care.
No, he did have that flicker out. I think he used the flicker, right? Yeah, he did. I do believe that ulti from the Beatrix is called Bennett's Rage. I think that's the rocket launcher ult. So yeah, that hit him, and he was like, nope, I'm out of there. I took a hit from that rocket launcher. I'm gone.
Blade of Hephaestus picked up by the Brody, so his tags are about to hurt.
Oh yeah. Are we all going to see the engagement coming in from Hank down there? Going to be able to sort of defend his life. Hank as well as that hero that doesn't die with that sustainability from that Ruby. Turtle spawns in the top lane, but both teams don't care. They want action to happen bot lane here. Sailor Neptune looking for the knockup. There it is. A nice dodge from Tiger Dead, but he's going to get taken down pretty much here. The Vengeance is working quite often, but the Curse of Blood comes through. Oh, double flicker committed. Not going to be
not fast enough. Alpha taking a whole lot of pressure from Hayabusa towards the mid lane. Barely gets out with his life. Meanwhile, Brody takes a nice kill over Beatrix, giving them, the Descendants, a nice healthy lead. That 2,000 gold lead while the Turtle is up 2 bodies on the map right now, opens up some awesome opportunities.
Okay. Juju's getting harassed a little bit here. Spear Alpha off the mark. Juju, oh, he gets taken down by Yami pretty much there on that Alpha. You're going to see Paramus getting going in. Oh, gets chucked in with that arm offended. Beautifully played by Hank. Saint Sakai's on the back lines. Gets the kill onto Yami. Ooh. And now it's going to be Sailor Neptune actually going to be the one taken down here. There it is. Ogi Shadow Kill trying to take down Tag You're Dead. And Tag You're Dead indeed. Gets tagged by that Ogi Shadow Kill. And another one fight by the Descendants, however, that did come with some casualties.
At 8-0-3, we know that Shadow Kill is going to hurt. Even with that vengeance on you, it's gonna hurt so much. Whether you're Terizla, Carmilla, it doesn't matter. It is vicious right now. Lord coming up, and the Descendants aren't wasting any time at all to secure an early one.
Oh yeah, here it is. Oh, Bennett's rage comes through. They get the kill onto Juju. He was just doing his job though, right? Just zoning them from that Lord opportunity. So yeah, that is going to probably be benefiting the Descendants probably a little bit more than the others. Going back to it, you know, that's what the Edith should be doing and holding them off. But no, Edith is the actual mid laner here, and Juju is the actual roam. I mean, you can see it by the goalie. They're equal in gold.
What I want to know is, do you think Juju's let off of that life was a good trade for the Lord? With the instant let out of the Lord into the map, do you think him not being present on the map to keep that pressure is going to allow his team to be as successful as if he would have just let them take a little bit of challenge and still be able to secure it, especially with how many bodies they had on it?
Well, I'll tell you this much. They managed to get a kill onto Tag You're Dead. So, I mean, they're benefiting from it a lot. Juju's already respawned. The Lord, unfortunately, didn't really translate into any towers, so they're not going to be able to get any just yet. However, their team fight presence is going to be the thing that allows them to, as we're going to see, Yami does get a nice kill onto Apocalypse here. What a beautiful up offender coming in from Hank. Does get a few kills for himself. They're just barely making out on any HP. Pretty much Saint Sakai's. He's going to be able to make it out of there, but the blood curse catches him off guard. They are right on the edge. Beautifully played by Sylveon.
Beautiful play. Sylveon putting in that work. She said, hey, I don't even need this team. It's a 1v5. I'm going marksman build. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Let's take a look at the builds, though. We got a Sky Piercer picked up by Apocalypse here. I saw Saint Sakai's also going for the Sky Piercer, but ended up not committing for it, finishing off the Blade of Despair instead, which I think is a good idea, right? I feel like Blade of Despair is just a better version of Sky Piercer. Obviously, it costs a lot of more money, that's for sure, but does a better job, in my opinion.
So at this moment, what do you think we need to do to see an absolute map flip? What do you think has to happen?
Oh, I do need to see team fight, right? We were talking about this in the draft, where the team fight coming in from both teams is more favored actually towards Choke 9 with the help of that Curse of Blood and that penalty zone. So I want to see some grouping up. I want to see some 5-on-5 action. It's where they shine, right? We are going to see, the fight comes through. Hank, beautiful, I'm offended. Completely blows up Slim Shady. Oh, no, it's normal Shady, not Slim Shady. But we are going to see a penalty zone coming through. Nice Netherrealm protecting the whole team. But, there it is. Nice kill coming in from Yami as well. Juju on the run. This is exactly what I was talking about. The team fight pressure coming through. Even though it was a bad start, they're winning it a little bit. But Hank sort of clearing it up. And Saint Sakai's clearing up as well.
Man. Sani really getting that beautiful cleanup. I will say, every time that we see Choke 9 getting some of these team fights going, that is where we see them really hurting the side of the Descendants. With that being said, that beautiful macro coming in from Hayabusa is just fantastic. I love that he is just everywhere all at once.
Oh yeah, like exactly how you described it, right? Macro, just don't join in that team fight. It's never worth it. Wait till the enemies are a little bit scattered and take off those solo kills on that backline. It's textbook, right? It's textbook gameplay right there. On the top lane, Spear of Alpha must have been committed. Juju was falling quite low. Might see the Lord dance. I missed that one as well. Another solo kill by Saint Sakai.
Something I do want to see from Slim Shady is better picks. He's getting some really nice grabs on some of the Descendants, but we're consistently seeing, is he grabbing the right person? Like, grabbing Edith, what is that really doing for you? Grab a damage dealer. Grab somebody who wants to sit and move, not somebody who wants to sit and take that damage.
Oh yeah, exactly right. And Edith is that Roma that I'm saying is just it's quite big for a Roma. She's quite stacked, right? She's got the Thunderbolt already at 16 stacks, and I know that Thunderbolt works really, really well with Edith, right? Converting the defenses into damage. So she's going to be doing so much damage and is so tanky in the same time. So you really don't want to bring this person up close.
That Luminous Lord making its way downtown, walking fast, and it is about to hit hard. Choke 9 really trying to keep them out of this tower, but are they going to be able to do it? It looks like they just might. The Lord goes down, and Edith is in deep penalty zone.
Comes through. That was a beautiful play, but oh, Hank comes in with a 3-man ulti, but there is the Nether Realm to defend themselves with this high ground situation. Coming in from Choke 9 is absolutely insane. From Pop Memory as well by Apocalypse. Not going to do enough damage to take them down. This is the team fight coming through finally for Choke 9.
I think they would have been able to get those extra kills if Beatrix was up there with them, but at no fault of Shady, Shady was doing exactly what he needed to do. He kept the minions off the towers and made sure that they had a perfect defend and debatably a win against the Descendants in that Lord push.
Oh, now we're looking at this mid lane push coming in from Choke 9. And nice again. These consistent ults by Hank are just absolutely shredding them through. And we're also going to see the knockup coming through onto Tag You're Dead. That's not a tanky target anymore. NetherRealm, if it only came out a bit earlier, the fight could have been a little bit better. Sailor Neptune on the front lines, though, doing quite a lot of damage with that Thunderbolt. There it is, the Primal Wrath completely wiping the face of Choke 9 completely. As that's another one team fight for the Descendants.
Oh man, that might be it.
It could be.
Oh no.
It really could be. Slim Shady, he's the only one left. If he can get the minions, it could be a win for them. I mean, it could be another win, but a defense. But that is going to be 5 people dead. Descendants, all they need to do is just tickle the base a little bit, and the game is finished. Although, Shady's back, saying
I am not. Oh, look at that damage.
Oh my God. A bit of a throw.
Oh my God.
A bit of a throw coming in from Descendants. That leaves Choke 9 still in the game.
I'll tell you what, I'm not Ruby, but I am offended. That was vicious.
Oh my God. I did not expect to see such a big throw coming in from Descendants. They had the game right there. They just didn't really, utilize the fact that they had to clear that lane as quick as possible in order to get access to that base.
You know, I don't even want to say that was a throw as much as it was just a beautiful defend from Choke 9. Just showing up at the exact second that they needed them to and getting such a quick and efficient clear. Going straight for the ult was absolutely the right move.
Oh yeah, exactly that. We're going to see the team fight. This is going to be a really important one for both teams at this point. We're going to see the Shadow Kill coming through. NetherRealm comes through as well. There it is. The Bennett's Rage comes through as well. Oh my God, Sasakai does get the Retribution. Yummy. I'm going to be able to be a little bit late. Oh my God, big damage coming in from Apocalypse with that Sky Piercer on that torn apart memory. It really does hurt, but it is going to be a 2-for-2 trade. However, it is beneficial to the side of Descendants because they do get the Lord on top of it.
Yeah, right now, this is anybody's game. I mean, we're seeing a lot more towers still standing on the side of the Descendants, but from these team fight interactions and with the Carmilla and the Ferrum is still up with a damage dealer paired with them, they are still absolutely in this. This all comes down to how can the Descendants push? Can they utilize this Lord effectively?
I mean, the Lord is in mid lane right now. They should be able to get the top lane tower. Yeah, they're not too
Reasonable is up.
Yeah, not too miserable that they lost towers here. You know, they already got the free card of staying in the game at this point. So as long as that base is alive is all that they care about.
It was a good play from the Descendants. They didn't try to force that base, which I think was the right move, and they prioritized taking and making enhanced minions for the top and bottom lanes. Absolutely the right play. Now, any Lord from here can be the deciding Lord for this side of the Descendants if Choke 9 doesn't make something happen fast.
Okay, we're all gonna see. This is it, right? They can't really leave the base at this point, right? They have to pick their team fights really, really carefully if they want to have a chance at winning this. You know, one fatal mistake by Descendants really can mean that, right? It's really scary going into a high ground situation against the Carmilla when one wrong step can lead to your whole team getting wiped up by a really nicely placed blood curse.
And we do see the Descendants rearing up on that 60,000 gold mark, you know, and at that point, almost everybody on the team should have their complete builds now. Let's take a look at that.
Oh, yeah. Let me go to the big screen here. Pretty much everyone is a full build, right? Except for like Slim Shady and Sylveon. But everyone else, you know, they're chilling, right? They got full items. They're ready to... Yeah, as you say, like as the most games go, right? If the game goes long, gold doesn't really matter that much anymore, right? Because everyone's full build anyway.
Right. All those extra kills that the Descendants have, all of that gold lead that they had is really now in vain because it doesn't matter. because it all comes down to which team can make the bigger fight. Kills don't win games, objectives do.
Yeah.
And that's a team that a lot of these, amateur and below teams absolutely forget.
Okay, but on at least for the side of the Descendants, right? They still have their towers. They still have enhanced minions coming through. Sylveon getting caught down. That Sky Piercer from the Brody might be quite threatening for her. Oh, she is going to be able to get away, though. That was a really close call.
Not having that vengeance is going to be tough. This next team fight is going to be... It's going to hurt, especially 5 seconds from an advanced Luminous Lord coming up.
Okay, here it is. It's going to be that advanced Luminous Lord definitely coming through here. It is going to be Descendants immediately taking the opportunity to go in. Hank on the front lines. Their Curse of Blood only lands onto 2, but it could be enough. They're going to be able to get knocked up by the both of them here. Primal Wrath committed by Sailor Neptune here. NetherRealm going to keep them alive just for now. Sailor Neptune throwing out those basic attacks with that Primal Wrath.
Juju down.
Quite a lot of damage.
Sailor down.
Oh
Apocalypse
my god.
down.
Oh my god, this could be the fight. They lost the Lord, but their base is a little bit in shambles, but they won the team fight. That's the important part.
Oh man, this is tough because at this point, I don't think the Descendants have they shouldn't be interacting. They need to just back off. They need the Lord is not going to take it. With too many of Choke 9 still up, this is not the push to win the game. Stay back and don't give them the chance to work your way down the map.
I mean, they do need to get a little bit done, right? They only have 20 seconds, though, so I don't think they can. This tower over here I'm looking at is way too far away as an objective that's currently available. But, it's what they can do, right? If they keep up this team fight, they can definitely still come back in this game.
Yeah, at this point, if they take anything, it's a plus because, again, they had such a beautiful team fight on top of the Lord that even though the Lord marched his way down, Descendants didn't have what they needed to end it. Hayabusa, I mean, he can go in, but we just saw the little bit of damage that he took from that Beatrix. Instantly has to shoo his way off because it's not worth the death.
Yeah, Beatrix is definitely that hero that scales incredibly well. I just want to have a quick look at the emblems here. No Weapons Master, but Master Assassin, that's not going to help too much, actually. But anyway, still, my point still stands where Beatrix scales incredibly well. You do not want to take any sort of basic attacks, no matter what weapon it is at this point. Otherwise, you're definitely hurting.
Descendants are looking for a gank. They're hoping and waiting for a dream. Call him Martin Luther King because they are trying to make this thing happen. But Choke 9 going all together, all in one. Let's see how this pans out.
NetherRealm came at the right moment there. We're going to see Bennett's Rage doing tons and tons of damage. It's going to be Shady doing so much here. They're falling like flies pretty much. But that's for both teams. The beautiful Spear of Alpha is going to clean them up after that double kill for Shady. Oh my god.
All that's left is Hayabusa.
Look
a
at
1
those,
for 4 trade.
Look at those respawn timers. They can definitely get stumming done with this.
Absolutely. They're doing exactly what they need to do right now and marching their way down. Beatrix taking the lead on it. Does she want to be alone with that Hayabusa, though? Maybe somebody should go with her.
Does she have she's got Wind of Nature. She just picked it up right now, so she's not too afraid, actually. Ogi Shadow Kill. Oh, beautifully played by Saint Sakai's there. Even gonna get a kill. Oh my god. Saint Sakai's coming in with the plays. Gonna get 2. Beautifully played by Saint Sakai's right there. Maybe even make it 3, although I don't think you can man fight an alpha, I'm not gonna lie. A pretty close one for sure. He maybe wants to go back in. He's looking for it. He's pushing around. Oh! Beautifully scouted out by Yami. And now they might be able to just get that one tower they've been looking for.
What a play. Finally, a little bit of ground and a little bit of a break for the side of Choke 9. 71,000 gold to 70,000 gold. Again, the gold doesn't matter, but the fact of the matter is they put themselves back in a fight, especially still being 8 kills total behind.
Okay, this is going to be a 4v4 match right here. They don't have a jungler on the side of Descendants, though. So if they win this fight of Choke 9, they can definitely do it. There's the Torn Part Memory coming through. A beautiful Armor Fender coming in from Hank. But the NetherRealm save, it's there. It's present. They're going to be able to keep their Roma alive. Juju wants to try and snipe the kill. Not going to be able to get it. Penalty zone committed already as well. Primal Wrath doing a little bit of damage. Juju's going to get taken out by Slim Shady, though. As now, Tiger Dead trying to fight his way around this. Is he going to be able to get the kill? And that's my mom calling. Excuse me. Anyway, we are going to see Shady taking down another kill for himself. Choke 9, they did it again. They won the team fight.
Thanks, Mom. Thanks. Choke 9 absolutely making a beautiful comeback, standing their ground exactly as they should. Started off a little bit weak, but showing off exactly why they are a finals contending team.
Exactly that, right? I mean, I'm really impressed that this alpha has got so much impact. I was talking about the early aggression that this hero can provide, but right now in this late game situation, he's getting all of the sets right. He's getting those big spears of alphas straight through. Shady, oh, he needs to be careful. Hank, he's just chilling in the bush, just waiting for him. We got to see Spear Alpha off the mark. Sailor Neptune holding in that Lord fight pretty well. Saint Sakai's gets hit by the penalty zone.
Nice,
Committed
nice.
by all the members here. Shady has that winner nature to protect against the shadow kill, but let's get the kill with that ultimate, with that machine gun there. Who's gonna get the retribution? It's gonna be finally Yummy who gets the Lord for his team.
Oh man, this might be that comeback. It's gonna be a 5 versus 4 with the Lord making their way across the map against the enhanced minions. The first objective captured in the favor of Choke 9, and it's a big one.
Oh my god. Look at the damage, by the way. 2,000 per rocket shot on this rocket launcher. Man, oh man, this Shady guy, he does a shady amount of damage.
Beatrix, go burr. Let's hear it in the chat.
Yeah, honestly.
Oh man.
Okay, this is it. They need to do that lane equilibrium here, right? They're gonna try their best to get that map advantage back that they lost so hard in the early game with. Lord still taking his time in the middle lane here a little bit, but it's not a bad attempt here with that equilibrium.
They need to stack on this Lord right now. Take advantage of the numbers that your team has. You've got all of your guys up. There's no minions pressing against you guys. You guys need to get this Lord under tower.
Oh, here we go. Curse of Blood comes out. Not going to be able to land on that many members, but it does cost them a flicker from the Brody here. Here we go. The team fight comes through. Is it going to be enough? Though? Oh, beautiful flicker coming in from Sailor Neptune. Penalty zone does land onto 2, but there's going to be the save with the Netherrealm there.
Oh.
It's going to be a kill onto Sailor Neptune, and Hank gets a nice ulti. Is it going to be enough, though? Here we go. Straight away. It's going to be a lot of damage coming through from both sides of the team fight here. It's going to be only a 1 for nothing in the end.
Hey, they get that inner tower, and that is leeway. That is movement. Enhanced pressure is going to now give them some final relief off of that mid lane. And with body still present, let's see them stack up and make something extra happen on these side lanes right now.
Oh my god, Shady playing with fire. Almost got an I'm offended in his face, but managed to dodge it just barely. Ooh, Saint Sakai is looking for an angle here, using that shadow kill to maybe just clear the minions here. Hasn't committed the quad shadow yet. Will be able to get out, but oh, there it is. Bennett's rage. They're gonna block them underneath the tower here. Hank and Saint Sakai's gonna do their best to try and live through this one. Immortality pop by Sylveon, but a beautiful Spear of Alpha comes through. Rose Gold Meteor by Saint Sakai's. Will it keep him alive? It won't. It's gonna be another round committed so that they will not lose this whatsoever. That's gonna be another tower.
Julian marching. Julian is marching.
He's gonna try. I'll tell you that. He's gonna try, but
I thought we were gonna have a full send coming from him. I'm talking Leroy Jenkins.
yeah, I mean that would have been an anticlimactic way to end this game, but no, they're just Choke 9 not gonna let that happen just yet.
So, which team are you favoring right now? How do you think this is gonna, how do you think this is gonna fiddle out?
I really favor Choke 9 right now. Their team fights have been really consistent. With the help of that, Netherrealm is such an underrated tool late game, right? As soon as you start losing a team fight, it just completely shifts the tide of battle. So, as long as Slim Shady has that Netherrealm available, I don't feel like they can win any team fights on Descendants.
So I know definitely for me, again, we saw Descendants come out in this game absolutely dominating, and since then Choke 9 has done a fantastic job of reattaining, and calming and collecting their thoughts, and since then they have absolutely been making things happen. Juju trying to cause up a little bit of trouble, trying to see if he can give the Descendants a way in, but no luck, no here. Edith goes in, catches Yami, but not the Lord.
Oh.
Double up. Spear of Alpha looking for kills.
Oh my dear Lord, that is just a crazy combo. The Spear of Alpha with the Curse of Blood, just knocking up multiple people, even if you miss them. It's actually really nicely played by Choke 9. Once again, they're gonna be able to get the Lord, and they're gonna try another time to try and push it down in this mid lane. I mean, they're gonna have everybody alive, so I'm really thinking they can do it this time.
I don't know if this will be it. There's still, with 3 members of the map still up, and one of them being Saint Sakai. He is his macro has just been so good, and his ability to dodge and get in and out of sticky situations has been fantastic. What we really want to see right now, Choke 9, is heavy outside lane pressure. Take these outer towers, and if you can do that, you might be able to finish the game. It does look like they are going to do that. We see Beatrix going in, putting some pressure on the inner tower. I think she's going to go for it.
I think they can. I think they can. Saint Sakai needs to get back with the Nether Realm here. They might be able to just focus down the space.
Ooh.
It is now or never. I'm pretty sure. Zeke, it could be it. The Lord's
Lord
marching
is
down.
in.
The base, it's wide open. The Nether Realm just needs
This
to come
is
out.
it.
They're going to be able to get
This
the
is
game
it.
here. It's so close. There it is. Choke 9. Come true.
9 with the first
Victory!
win. A beautiful, well executed comeback, showing off again exactly why they are here in the finals of this tournament today.
My God, that was such a close game. Choke 9, they held on. I mean, I thought it was over at that point, right? When Descendants were in the base, but they just came through, got the W in the end. You know, it's all about that team fight in the late game. If you don't have enough on your team and you don't end early with these pick-off sort of strategies, then it's pretty much over. The team fight was just so overwhelming.
So a lot of people really love the saying, fake it till you make it. And although I'm not typically a fan of this expression, Choke 9 absolutely showing off the benefits in it. They bid their time, they let Descendants push, and they just collected their thoughts and they stayed calm and they said, hey, let's get closer to this end game and then we're going to make it happen. And that is exactly what they did, slowly but surely.
I can see some people in the chat, the Jujulian chocolates there. A nice pun there. Unfortunately, yeah, the Julian didn't really work out how they expected it to, right? Didn't really have the best game coming through. It was really just Saint Sakai's just coming through with the assassinations on the side lanes there. So unfortunate. Maybe they need to sort of work on their strategy just a little bit more, refine it a bit outside of just the jungler and the roamer. But yeah, that is going to be game 1. Coming through. We are going to move on to game 2 very shortly.
The big surprise for me, honestly, has been Yami. Yami has showed off so many technical executions. His ability to effectively land the Spear of Alpha as consistently as he has absolutely been critical in their ability to make the comeback that they had. I walked into the game and I said, hey, I'm really not sure how Alpha is going to pan into this team. And there was a lot of times where it really didn't do much. But when he waited things out and he did in fact land that Spear of Alpha, he absolutely showed off. Hey, even if this might not be the best hero for this team composition, this is a hero that I am confident in my ability to play. And that was exactly what that was. Sheer, never-ending confidence coming out of Yami.
Yeah, I mean, he's in the chat right now. He's like, Jonko, where you at? It's one of the Oh my God, he has that confidence, right? And that can mean really it comes into play inside the game as well. Having that confidence really just boosts your ability to play and outplay the enemy jungler. If you break his psyche, his mental, it can really start to make a difference in a match like this.
Again, Saint Saki, he's a very good Hayabusa. Hayabusa is one of my favorite heroes in the game, always has been, and his ability to just get in and get out of those situations so many times really just does show off his ability to understand and utilize the most out of that hero. The only issues that he really ran into that led into his deaths were the fact that it was consistently in a position where he was just being ran down by a whole team. Against one or two people, there was no catching him.
Exactly that. Yeah, we are just gonna wait for this last member of of Choke 9 here to come through. This whole tournament has just been best of 1, so this is going to be the first best of 3 coming in for these guys, so maybe they're not used to that just yet. But yeah, we'll be right back when we finally get the last member of Choke 9 sorted out, so stay tuned for that.
be out. So far, this games have been absolutely exciting. And you know, I did know that they were going to lead up to this level of excitement just based off some of the matches earlier in this tournament. But you know, you get into that day and you get to the match that you've been waiting for, and there is just no reliving it. It is just pure, never-ending, raw talent shining out of these heroes.
Exactly that. Oh, it looks like there's a substitution actually. I was expecting there to be a bigger delay between the two subs, but I think we can just get back right into it. So no need for a break. Wow. We'll just get straight into the next game. Lumi will swap out for Tag You're Dead right there. Each team did have about 7 players to that they bought through the auction. So that makes sense, right? You know, you can't play the best 3. You're gonna need that sub.
Yeah, let's see if Lumi can hold up the heavy weight that Terizla was putting out, because he earlier in that game, you know, again, he did see a couple of deaths, but the fact that it was always a demand from the Descendants, it was always that, hey, you're gonna need 2 or 3 people down here if you want to knock me off my feet.
Okay, I mean, I saw Tag Your Dead was online, so I was just wondering if he wanted to come back in, but no. Okay, looks like we're gonna start. Shady gave me the go to start the match here. Yeah, this is gonna be game 2. I'm really excited to see what's gonna happen now. Is it gonna be a 2-0 sweep coming in from Choke 9 with that momentum, that confidence they built up from the first game, or can Descendants come through again with that advantage and take the game?
Do you think we're gonna see an alpha ban?
I don't think so. I think he played it very well, but I don't think it's worth banning. Talking about bans, Descendants, they didn't ban a hero that time.
Yeah, I wonder what that was about. Maybe dude was sipping on his Kool-Aid and forgot he had a game to play.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a little bit concerned that they might whine at me later for starting without notice, but I did ask in the chat. Are we ready? All right, I did ask. So it is like something. Anyway,
Carmilla gets dropped. Oh, interesting.
That is very.
I'm wondering what we're gonna see coming from the side of the Descendants. If they're gonna try to break up the team fight capabilities of Choke 9.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely need to match the team fight, right? Because the last game they showed that they can definitely take those fights with the right tools. But now, if you know Descendants, they can start running a little bit of team fight of their own if they know the game's gonna go long. As Juju, the Zast is left open. That is his signature hero for this tournament. So I'm really scared of this hero right now coming in.
How do you think they're going to Choke 9 is going to respond? Oh, Zushin gets picked up. Oh man. This is gonna be crazy. Oh,
okay,
man.
Lumi gonna take up as you said, fill the shoes of Tag Your Dead, gonna pick the same hero, picks up the Terizla. I quite like it. And Satan Sakai's he's doubling down. He wants that Hayabusa again. He's gonna try and make those plays once more.
Kind of interested to see if they do actually lock in this Paquito. Not sure that we have enough information on the field yet to make him a great pick.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. He's not gonna go for it. He's just gonna pick up the safe pick once again. It is gonna be Hank with that Black Dragon, that Yu Zhong. Yami picking up the Julian this time, interestingly enough. In the jungle role, it will be happening here. As I said, I don't think I was gonna be very surprised if the Alpha came out twice here. But it will be the Julian.
Anything is still possible. So, riddle me this one. How do you feel about the hero rework of Yu Zhong? What do you think about him aesthetically?
Aesthetically, I was about to say, I don't think they changed too much other than just the aesthetics. Yeah, I think it's good. My friend Chemical and I, with his voice has been reworked as well. And whenever he uses that third skill, he just shouts, "The people!" So I think that's kind of funny. But other than that, I can't say I like it too much. I did kind of prefer the old sort of aesthetic with it. His third skill, he's a little bit goofy when he just jumps in the air like that. I don't know if I like it.
Yeah, I think that would be my ultimate in real life if I had one. Probably just jumping into the air, not turning into it, just jumping in.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh, Minotaur with the pickup. Again, we're seeing that team fight capability coming from the side of Choke 9.
Oh yeah, that is going to be that team fight we were talking about again and again.
one
It is
can take you
Sylveon.
from me.
Instead of the Carmilla, we'll have that Minotaur. I quite like it here. They do need as much stuns as they can get, right? So in order to lock down Juju on that Zask, you know, that's the best way to play against Zask, is pick that the lockdown, pick the stun so that he can't use the Dominator's Descent when he's in a pinch. Apocalypse, interesting pick. It's going to be the Irithel.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see how Descendants do this game because their team composition is all over the place. They've got some split push capability, they've got a little bit of pick off capability, not a whole lot of team fight options. So like a hero like Zask, although extremely right now, I really want to see how well he's going to shine through with the team comp like this.
Oh man, there's the signature pick right now. Shady picking up the Beatrix once again. You know, it's all about that damage. You've got necessary team fight. You've got necessary pick off with the Zhujin as well, where you can just lock down people effectively enough that these ultimates coming from Beatrix, especially that Bennett's Rage, is probably gonna be on the mark.
And don't leave that Julian out of it. We saw the damage and those knockups coming from Julian last game. Granted, it was on Juju, not Yami, but with Yami's fantastic macro capabilities, I'm really excited to see in coordination with the Zushin how it's going to perform.
We see Sailor Neptune flexing off that world collector status right there. Got that cool animation. I don't know why it didn't play the full animation, but you can definitely see they're coming through. But yeah, let's take a look at these drafts here, right? Yeah, I think the Descendants, their draft, as you said, is a little bit all over the place. So I feel like they've got a little bit of everything. They have the team fight from Hank with that Black Dragon form. But I think it's mostly on the side of pickoffs again, right? Irithel doesn't really team fight too much. She just sort of runs around, just shooting crossbows at people. If they group up, sure, then you can do that AoE damage. But at the moment, you know, I have to favor the side of Choke 9 again, just because their team fight again is just so overwhelming.
I think I'm gonna go right along there with you. I'm definitely favoring this side of 9. Again, they've got those team fight options, but with heroes like the Julian, like the Beatrix, they absolutely have some options in their ability to work the side lanes as well. Not as much capability as the side of the Descendants, but I think just enough. I'm not going to say that I think Descendants have team fight capability because of the Terizala, because most people aren't building Terizala like a tank. And with that being said, his biggest capability, his biggest strength is going to be his ability to sustain. And can he sustain Shady's damage? Yami, the first to drop.
Oh my god, that was a bit of an interesting jungle path there. I don't think that little lizard was worth your life, I'm pretty sure. So that's going to be a nice start for the Descendants once again right there. Their early game just seems to be a little bit better just in terms of pretty much all the factors when it comes to it.
Oh man, yeah. Descendants, their early game capabilities, very strong. Again, I just want to see their ability to make it work in the end, because we saw it last game. Early game doesn't mean that's the game.
Yeah, exactly that, right? That's exactly what they proved last match. Anyway, we are going to see Saint Sakai's coming in with Sailor Neptune here. It's a Ruby Roam, by the way, I just noticed. It's coming to get that first turtle. I don't think there's going to be any contest. Yami, with that early death, is just a little bit scared to take any more engagements.
Yeah, very, very interested to see how this pans out, because honestly, I think that the Descendants have a lot more work that they're going to have to do to see the same level of success as Choke 9. Again, just based off of the teams. They put in that work last game, but without a team comp that really is going to benefit from it, is it going to be enough?
Yeah. I'm just hoping so. And the thing I'm backing about Descendants here, though, is the difference of mid lane here, right? Juju, instead of picking that Julian that I don't think he was too comfortable with it, now he's picking his main hero. He's got a Zask here. And so he's definitely going to have a lot more impact this game, pretty much regardless of how the match goes at this point. So I'm a little bit scared of this guy.
Yeah, that Zask is absolutely terrifying. Oh, beautiful pick and move. Sailor Neptune is going to go down. They're looking for Shady, and they find him. Yami in trouble as well. But he gets out of there. Oh, no. Oh, no, Yami.
Oh the plane shots coming in from Juju. Gets the kill.
Juju. The scariest part of the Zask isn't the Zask, it's the flame shot.
Yeah, man, his aim's on point here. He got a nice kill for himself and finished it off with that flame shot. He's already 2-0-2 right now, so he's already just showing how much of a beast he can be when he's on the right hero.
Yeah, man, they are. Juju is such a good mid laner too, in his ability to play the map and have strong map awareness. Beautiful knock up. Sylveon gonna take the brunt of it. Oh man, Hank looking. He's looking. Lumi trying to buff him out, is going to manage to do it effectively. Slim Shady, is he gonna escape? No, he won't.
Oh my
and
God.
they take them both.
That is.
Oh my God.
That is devastating for the side of Choke 9 here. Saint Sakai's cleaning up that fight so beautifully. Again, it just shows you how much macro presence he has, picking the right fights, you know. He knew that he could go in there and clean that up.
3,000 gold deficit already at the 4-minute mark is going to make this so hard to fight. At this point, Choke 9, again, they have to be mindful enough to pick good fights. Because if they keep meeting Descendants the same as the last game in the middle of the map in this early portion, they are going to get punished.
Oh, now Hank in a bit of danger here, but has that lifesteal with that Duzong first kill. Nice ult coming in from Sailor Neptune. There it is. Minoan Fury comes through as well, but Juju is just pummeling in that damage here. Sailor Neptune probably going to fall down. Here comes Saint Sakai's getting a little bit of the damage done, but he's... Oh, Lumi gets caught as well.
Lumi.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. Beautiful trades for both sides, really coming out equal, especially for being in such a deficit. Props to Choke 9 for making the most of that situation.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I just noticed how terrible my stream quality is at the moment. I don't know why that's happening now. Anyway, apologies for that. I think I chose the wrong bitrate. But yeah, beautiful fight coming up from both teams there. Saint Sakai's definitely taking the brunt of the advantage, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so I mean, it's an equaled out loss for both teams, but with one team still having that 4,000 gold lead, being able to take an equal loss at that point, I do think is a little bit more in favor of Choke 9.
Oh, Lumi. Hank's just rolling it out. That's just, again, these XP laners these days, they just don't want to die.
I mean, that's what it's built for, you know. Shady really having to get out of there, trying to catch on that Sylveon, really diving in deep. Oh, shadow kill coming from Saint Sakai. Beautiful secure is going to give them, hopefully, at least one outer tower.
That shadow kill was so unfortunate, right? That he just bounced on the Minotaur and then straight on to Shady there. So and Shady was like out, right? He was like thinking, okay, I'm out. I can just, you know, give a little bit of a harass, some poke in the rest of that engagement, but just got punished.
And, you know, I think it goes right into what I was saying before. From the last game, we saw Saint Sakai running just so much fantastic mobility with that Hayabusa. Again, we were talking about it on the side of Yami on that alpha, but Saint Sakai so confident on Hayabusa, just moving with a purpose.
Well, we're going to see the fight coming through here. There's the Dominator's Descent with that Temporal Rain coming through. It's just a complete wipeout, pretty much. It's just such domination from the Descendants here. They're just saying, nah, that was a fluke last game. This is the real game now. We're going to completely own you in this match.
And almost a 7,000 gold lead at the 7-minute mark is going to be so difficult. Choke 9 really needs to put themselves in a position where they can just hold on for dear life.
They've already got 2 outer turrets here coming in from the Descendants as well. So, you know, their advantage is really starting to pile up. It's only 7 minutes into the game. Lumi, though, you know, he's the only one with his tower left, but that makes sense, right? Because he is a Charisma. He can hold that tower nicely well. Juju, though, wants to threaten him.
Yeah, with Juju on the beat, I definitely think it's going to be hard for this Terizala to stick around and do what he wants to do without a little bit of support. Oh, and speaking of which, best we can do is a whole team.
Oh, Minoan Fury comes. Oh, man, it's off the mark. Trying to get Hank before he uses that Black Dragon form, but he's out. That's going to be a team fight resource taken away from Choke 9.
Man. Honestly, though, the fact that Lumi didn't drop is absolutely crazy. So low on health.
Oh my god, I just missed that one as well. That's gonna be Shady taken down. You know, Beatrix, as you were saying last game, scales absolutely so beautifully well. But, you know, shut him down. He doesn't really do anything in this match.
Yeah, but again, we saw this from the we saw this almost this exact same game the last time. So it's going to come down to, can they make something happen? Can they hold on? They did last game, but this is not last game anymore. We are looking at a almost 10,000 gold lead coming up on the 9-minute mark. We've not even seen the first Lord taken yet.
I can tell you the one thing about South African ML, Zeke, is that people really don't like taking Lord dances, man. They either want to all in or they don't want to take it at all. So
And that's interesting. It's interesting because I do think that it's always worth the little bit of pressure. It's always worth the opportunity, because even if you can steal it, if it's a trade for your life, if you can take it and prevent the enemy team from having a crazy push against you, it's worthwhile.
Okay, oh, flame shot attempt by Juju once again. There's the offended.
Oh,
Being
no.
able to take down Lumi. As now this is looking really bad for Choke 9. This is actually looking like game over sort of status at almost. Okay, no, it's not. I take that back. I take that back. I think Choke 9 definitely still can defend here.
I mean, they can, but will they is the question. With minions about to pour into the towers, the inner towers, from every single angle, with such a devastating gold lead, any presence is going to be hard to resist. Focusing on these minions is really going to be their only chance.
Oh, I missed that one. Neptune, where did she die? She just died over there. How did that happen?
Anything's possible with the power of friendship.
Okay, that's a good point. As you are going to see that that game-ending play attempt coming in from the Descendants here. They do take out the Dominators Descend. So this is not bad for the side of Choke 9 here. The
Come
Lord.
on, Beatrix.
Yeah, this is all Beatrix, right? This is all Beatrix. He needs to do the damage to the Lord. Get it away from the base here. Lumi.
Shady, what are you doing? Come on, Shady, what are you doing?
Oh man, Shady, he's trying his best. Oh, there's Slim Shady, gets the knock up onto that Irithel here. That's not going to be an Irithel for
The
that
shadow
tower defense
kill.
there. Hank, he's going to get taken down as
Hank
well.
goes down.
This is exactly what we were
Lumi
talking about.
taking the brunt of it. Beautiful move by that Zushin, pulling that little spawn of the Zask off of his teammate Lumi, so that way Lumi could survive and live to fight another day. Beautiful call.
Man, some really we might see it again, man. It's happening again. You know, they're defending the base. It's just this time I think it's a little bit more of a stomp in the early game, right? It's going to be a little bit more difficult than last game to defend this. So I feel like I don't think they managed to take all the outer turrets at the 11-minute mark, for example, right? So the Choke 9 need to play this exceptionally well to come back in this one.
An 11,000 gold lead is insane to have to fight against. It's one of those things where it's almost anybody on that team can almost 1v5. So really having to stick around and making sure they don't have that capability is going to be in their best interest. Play at home, collect the minions, slow it down, and see what you can make happen in the later portion of the game.
Okay, Yami, he's the one that's being taken down in the beginning of the team fight here. Look at that damage coming in from Saint
pressure's
Sakai's
there.
there. I think the game's pretty much
pressure's there.
over at this point. The base is wide open. It's gonna be Descendants.
So fast.
Just immediately, the game just ends right there. No chance for a comeback whatsoever. I think
That
this
early
Julian
game-
here is cursed.
That early game control coming from the side of the Descendants is absolutely immaculate. This is what we're expecting to see, though, from some of these top performing players within the respective region.
Oh man, it is really just unfortunate, right? This time was a bit more difficult, way more difficult than the last game to try and attempt to come back with. The Juju now having a hero he's comfortable on really made the difference here. He's 5-0-12 at the end game here, and Saint Sakai's, as per usual, doing so well on the Hayabusa. I think it's time to start banging this hero out.
You might be right. It's something I just said that I really do want to harp on for any of you guys watching. Something to keep in mind is that these are the top performing teams within the respective region. Even if it's not the natural teams itself, the players and their presence and their capabilities, like these are not your 5-man ranked teams that people are going into. These are teams that are capable of winning tournaments. These are players that you do not want to match up against if you're looking for that easy game.
Exactly that, man. But we are looking into the last match here. It is going to be the final game between Descendants and Choke9. I think, as I said, this Julian here is looking kind of cursed. I mean, you pick Julian in this match, you go bronze pretty much. So I feel like both teams are going to sort of realize that. I think this is where all the balls are on the table here. All the cards are, okay, I don't know what kind of metaphor I'm using here. But basically what I'm trying to say is that this is it. They're going to pick out their best heroes. They're going to go for comfort. They want to take this win on both sides.
Yeah, I think a lot of this is going to come down to Yami. You know, it's one of those things where Yami was able to find his grips in the first game and he led his team to victory. And on that Julian, he just couldn't make it happen. So I think in this game, it's safe to say, where is Yami?
Yeah.
What will Yami do?
Yeah, here it is. The final draft of Kon-Rikka Marketplace is upon us. Yeah, I'm expecting, as I said, that Hayabusa needs to get out of here. I can't see a world in which they don't ban it here.
Destroy.
Well, with the Zask being the first ban, how do you feel?
Yeah, I mean that's good as well, right? Juju, that's his like his main hero for this tournament taken out. He is actually, Juju is actually known for playing a very good Faramis and Valentina, actually. So we might see those two come out in this last game. But oh, I like this ban a lot, right? Sylveon, a great performance on the Carmilla in the first game, but once that's taken out, you know, her pools it's kind of limited.
It's kind of limited, but can't they just respond with the banning of the Hayabusa? That is still an option on the map. 4, 3, and they go with the Ling.
They have first pick.
Curious.
They have first pick, right? So Yami, he could bring out the Hayabusa himself. If he can play it or not, it's up to him.
That's the question though, is can he play it and will he play it? Because just because somebody can be strong and a hero doesn't mean that everybody can. We've now seen Yami be MVP and bronze. So with that being said, where is Yami? What will Yami do?
If they don't pick Hayabusa here, I'm going to be shocked. I'm going to be baffled. I know that Yami can play a little bit of higher. I've seen him do it before. He has to slam it here. If he doesn't, that's going to be Saint Sakai's picking up for the third time. He's done so well in both of the games that he's played it. So it is just up to him. And that's the usual. That's his usual.
I'm shook.
By lantern's light.
I'm shook. Why? Why would you allow them the opportunity? Oh,
no higher this time.
Oh no. With an ant, that's gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough.
He can play this Roger hero quite well as well. Yami, okay, it's a little bit
Yami,
late.
okay.
It's a little late, sir, but it works.
A little late to the party. Not sure how well that's going to pan over against the Angela. That Heart Guard is such a strong ultimate, and especially with all of the items that exist in the market right now, especially Oracle, still making somebody like the Angela such an effective hero. You got a lot to work through.
Exactly that. I'm liking that the draft from Choke9 right now. They've got a lot of control. You know, the Zujin and the Ruby can mean a lot of control coming through. But Juju, there it is. That's exactly what I was talking about, right? Juju still has his two other main heroes in the pool here. It's going to be the Faramis, maybe even the Valentina, but no, he'll pick the Faramis here. And we've seen how much Faramis can have those big impacts in game one. So I'm really excited to see how he can pull it off in this match.
I wonder if we're going to see Shady pick up another Beatrix. What do you think?
I think it can work. I think it's all about that late game, right? The Beatrix just doesn't really do too much early. Has to win the lane in order to be effective. And you know, I think Choke9, they just haven't been winning lanes consistently, even with different drafts. So I feel like they might need a stronger laner, is my opinion.
I think picking up somebody like a Brody could definitely give them some new options, especially something that can shoo off of that Roger, zone his way out of the Angela's ultimate range. You know, as soon as she starts popping that Heart Guard and starts popping strings and throwing hearts at you, things start to get a little bit hectic. Shady looking at a Claude, showing a Claude, but will we pick it?
Claude.
If
Oh,
time is a
Natan,
Oh.
actually.
swimming against
There you go, the Natani. I quite like this, right? They don't have too much magic damage, right? The Zujin is a mage, does do a decent amount of damage, but isn't that burst magic damage that traditional mage does? And Shady makes it up for it with that Natan. Has that insane amount of burst damage, and paired with the Hayabusa, you've got a nice sort of a damage balance between physical and magical. And I think I like this draft quite a lot.
I think it could go either way. I think Juju's presence, that Netherrealm, is going to open up some team fighting options for the side of the Descendants. And with the Angela on the map, all of a sudden her ability to reinforce the Roger, the Yuzong, turns both of them into heroes that are very capable of a 1v5 if they have the lead that they have been having in these past 2 games early game.
Xborg as a last pick by Descendants, I can't say I'm the biggest fan of it. It's quite nice into Minotaur, that's for sure. It has the Lost Insanity to sort of just work around that Minoan Fury, not getting stunned up by it. But the rest of them, these are kind of slippery targets, right? And Xborg isn't really a hero that's very good at, you know, he wants some standstill tanky targets to use that Lost Insanity on.
I mean, we've seen Apocalypse's capabilities. We've seen them play, and we've seen them putting in some work. But for a gold lane?
Oh, I was just about to say, where is their gold lane? I think this is a hyper carry Roger this time.
For a gold lane in the final game of the finals?
Welcome to
All right.
Yeah, I mean, if you're pairing an Xborg against Natan, I'm going to tell you that Natan is probably going to win that one.
Smash them.
Yeah, that's picking against the wind. That's riding a horse with no saddle. That's putting diesel in your gasoline car, brother. This is tough.
I like that one. Yeah, definitely.
Oh man.
Oh man, yeah. Yeah. As I said, not sure how I feel about it. I think it might be able to work just because they need like an EXP laner that sort of, like a gold laner that can make space for this hyper carry Roger to sort of do its job. But yeah, as I said, I don't know if Xborg is the right hero.
I wonder if it was intentional. Part of me, I wonder if it was intentional, or if maybe they were like, I don't really know, and then the game just kind of gave them a hero, and they were like, oh no.
Oh my god, that damage coming through!
Slim Shady.
Oh my god!
First to drop, Roger finding his way into the jungle with no hesitations, making his way through, farming it up, an assist already in the pocket, a little bit of extra gold, 500 gold lead already on the side of the Descendants.
Yeah, and this is a really good trade by Hank, right? He zoned Gloomy completely out the lane with that that Yu Zhong pressure. And now he's going to miss out a few XP minions here, as well as Hank getting a little bit of tower money for himself.
I will say, I think for the case of the Hayabusa in a game like this, the sooner he can pick up something like the Sky Piercer, the better. The sooner he can secure, and he does secure, a nice early kill on that Yuzong. But the earlier he can secure these kills and prevent that Heart Guard from stacking on top of them, it might put them in a position where they can actually, you know, win out with the Angela's presence.
Oh man, already look at this level difference between the goal laners here. Apocalypse level 4 to Shady's level 3. That gank was just so detrimental to Shady's game. He can't even approach the tower at this point.
Yeah, beautiful tower freeze from the side of Apocalypse. Shady, not really wasting a whole lot of time, says, yeah, okay, I'm gonna get it. But still waiting to find that level 4. A little bit scary.
And look, it's 1,700 gold to 1,100. That was such a good trade for Apocalypse. And Shady, he's just trying to get that money in. As I said, I was expecting Shady to win this lane, but with that beautiful gank coming in from the Descendants, it makes it a bit more difficult.
Yeah, doing exactly what we expect the Descendants to do, getting that early game lead. The question is, as it has been this whole time, is what is Choke 9 gonna do to survive? We've not seen a whole lot from Yami yet. He's playing the Hayabusa, but already, I mean, his dodges just aren't as clean as Saint Sakai.
Okay, OG Shadow kill coming through, and
Oh.
there's the Heart God as well. A bit of a dive coming in from Juju. Is he gonna get the kill?
Oh,
He gets
Juju.
punished. Yami barely makes it on any HP. Saint Sakai's, he's still in the mix of things, but has that Heart God, he's gonna be able to escape.
Absolutely nasty. Like, Kiki, do you love me? Are you right? Like, absolutely ridiculous. Beautiful. They tried to take a quick, easy kill, and they got punished for it. Good for the side of Choke 9. Looking for these small wins to keep themselves in a game.
Hearing some music right now. I mean, this collecting a Tanskin, it plays when he uses that ult, it just plays music globally to everyone. It's kind of funny.
I'll tell you what, man. I'm so excited to see how well these players are performing today. Really, just bringing their all. Descendants doing exactly what the Descendants do, and Choke 9 really just being that late game team. It puts us in a position where in any one of these games, we really are at the edge of our seats. Even when we see the Descendants thousands of gold ahead, we have to say, is this it? And it feels very cool because there's a lot of teams out there that once you start, losing and going down that into that land of deficit, if you will, that it becomes very difficult for one to keep in the fight effectively. And that's just not been the case for Choke 9.
Okay, this is it. The blue buff raid coming in through by the Descendants here. Going to be an easy retry picked up. Yeah, Saint Sakai's, he doesn't even care about using retry there. He knows they have the map pressure, so they're not going to be contesting turtles. Now Shady, I don't think he makes it out of this one, unfortunately. That's too many members of the side of Choke 9, of Descendants to take him down. But here comes the No Fury, does come out onto Juju, kills him before the Nether Realm comes out.
Apocalypse, look at his health. Go look at his health. That is crazy.
Oh my god. I did not see that. That is no way.
Absolutely insane. Man got by on a Christmas wish.
But yeah, here's gonna be the turtle being started by the Saint Sakai's. I mean, he might be able to contest it now that the map's opened up just a tiny bit more. Level 8 to level 8, it's gonna be a 50-50, I'm pretty sure here. Sylveon, no Fury to work with, unfortunately, though. Shady, I think he's in the wrong position here, but Saint Sakai's takes the retry. Beautifully played here. Sylveon has to pop the flicker to get out as well. But Juju with the flicker comes in, drags a few members along with, but it's not gonna be a trade. It's just gonna be a turtle for nothing.
A very sporadic play coming from the side of Choke 9 that allows them a nice escape. A little bit of pressure coming from Hank, but with Yami right around the corner, does Hank know? This might be an easy pick for Yami.
Oh yeah, he's gonna try.
Yami sees you. Yami sees you.
Oh, and the top lane though. Oh my god, my phone. Okay, anyway, you see the Lost Insanity coming out. Shady has the Purify. I think that even mattered there to just try and get away from Apocalypse's damage. Man, Apocalypse is struggling this map. Not Apocalypse, Shady. Shady is struggling this map.
These pushes coming from Apocalypse and from the side of the Descendants are just... I tell you what, they're better than me because I probably would have surrendered 4 minutes.
That's a true NA player right there.
Beautiful.
No. I'm kidding. NetherRealm committed. That's going to be a resource taken away from the Descendants here. Although, as I said, their map pressure is just so much better right now. It's so difficult for Choke 9 to get anything done with this amount of advantage they have. But here comes the Gnome Fury, not really landing on anyone just yet. Sylveon on the front lines here, going to get hit by that Lost Insanity, immediately blown up.
And Saint Sakai getting his next item, Black Dragon shooting in, trying to grab something, not going to find it, getting a little bit of a poke and a harass from Slim Shady, just enough to zone them out and keep the map safe. Only behind by... Oh, beautiful secure on Apocalypse. Is he going to find another body?
Or is he going to find his own body in the grave here? I think that's the more likely option there.
Put him in a casket.
Here we go. Slim Shady
That
getting gone.
guard is insane.
Yeah, I mean,
4 man up against the 2 and then against the 3, and still bodies dropping left and right. Sylveon looking, trying not to go down, barely gets out of it with the assistance of Lumi. Again, that Angela Heartguard is crazy.
Man, Kon just took no Saint Sakai's, excuse me, took no damage whatsoever. He was free to do whatever he pleased when he had the Heart God on his side there. Tank or Shadow Kill bouncing to the minions, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, he was like a pastor in a church. This guy was getting these kids. He was after it. Absolutely ridiculous.
Luckily, I'm streaming on my own channel here, so we're allowed to make jokes like that here. Anyway, we are seeing. Oh my God, Juju! Juju stole the blue buff away from Yami. Oh my, that's devastating.
I'll tell you what, man. The synergy coming, the early game synergy of the Descendants is just beautiful. Like this is like you would look at them and you would assume that this is just a group of people that always plays together.
I mean, that's funny that you say that, right? Because remember, the whole premise of the tournament is that these are players from different teams coordinating together. So it's nice to see them coming in with the synergy that they built over this tournament so far.
Yeah, and I wonder if this is going to put them in position where, you know, maybe some friends are made in the South African community from this tournament. Maybe these teams are going to find unity across the region and really allow each other to put each other in a position where they can grow and be a more competitive region.
I mean, we've already got Mavericks competing in ISF. They're doing pretty well, so you know, we're not completely irrelevant. I'll tell you that. Anyway, we are seeing the tower defense by a Choke 9 here. They're holding their ground quite well, but they're not going to be able to defend tier 2 towers, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I mean, they might be able to do it, but it's a dangerous game to play. Shady takes and he tries to cut down some of the minions, but it looks like the tower is still going to drop.
Man, Juju's just playing around with his food here. He's bringing that Minotaur in. He's reeling him in, saying, use that ulti, use that Minotaur Fury. I want to see you do it. But they know that they can win the fight with the help of that Nether Realm.
Just do it. Follow your dreams.
Oh, man. Make your dreams come true.
And I think that it's worth taking into account that we're not seeing as many kills this game from this side of the Descendants as we were in the games before. Like kill wise, we're seeing a lot more similarities between the teams, but we're still looking at an 8,000 gold lead deficit. 8,000 gold lead and a deficit for the side of Choke 9, which really just means to us that the Descendants don't need their kills.
Oh yeah, they don't really, you know. They've got all the advantage they have without the kills, as you said earlier in this series. You know, it's the objectives that matter here, and they've been getting all the objectives. Not only getting the towers, but they've been defending them as well. You know, there's no towers taken on the side of the Descendants here, so it's just the advantage. It's again just so oppressive.
Yeah, it's impressive. Is what it is, man. These guys are here and they are just relentless. Saint Sakai 402, Saint Neptune 205. Again, just holding each other's hands and just raining absolute hellfire across the map.
Oh man, there's a hard guard committed. That's a resource taken away so far. If they can just stall this one out, there's not going to be a hard guard for the next fight. Angela really depends on that ability, right? Not too useful outside of their ulti, so this could be the opportunity, right? They set this up quite nicely on the side of Choke 9. They just need to pull off that miracle defense once more.
Come on, Choke 9. Come on, Choke 9. It doesn't look like they're going to be able to do it, though. They do lose the tower, and just like that, the Descendants are on the case.
Oh, here we go.
Beautiful penalty zone.
It doesn't come through. Sylveon dies before the Minotaur Fury comes through. This is probably the end of the game here. Saint Sakai's, he's got the Hawk God on him again now. So now he's got full impact on the board. They're trying their best, though. Choke 9, they're going to try their absolute best to defend this. Lumi with the Ruby, not really finding an angle with the
Shady.
Apocalypse gets the immortality taken away from him. There's Saint Sakai in a bad position. Is he gonna get taken down? No, he's gonna make it out. Lost Insanity to cover his back. The base, it's still wide. It's still standing. Excuse me, I'm stuttering here.
Slim Shady with a beautiful defense, just shaking things up. Man, so much happening. I'm pretty sure I called a Minoan Fury a penalty zone at one point. Absolute craziness pouring out. beautiful pressure coming from the side of the Descendants, just shoot off by Slim Shady, who granted 0-2-1. You wouldn't assume they're him, but that's Himothy if I've ever seen him.
Timothy. Anyway, we are looking at the items coming through here. Shady, he needs to finish off this Holy Crystal. Once he gets that, he can really start to pump in some beautiful damage here. Lumi gonna pop the Armor Fended on Saint Sakai. He doesn't care. He's just gonna have that hard card to regen all up that HP once more. Here's the Leather Realm getting committed as well, keeping themselves nice and safe. That is a Minotaur taken out once again. Shady as well gets hit by the Ghost Bursters. I think this is the end of the game, Zeke. I don't see a way out of this one. All the minions, though, they're taking their sweet time to get there, but that's more than enough time. Oh, Slim Shady!
What was that? Slim Shady just out here 1v5ing, said Zushin is in. No problems for me.
Oh, but there's the Nether Realm.
But
that's gonna be Zushin taken down.
That's a wrap, man. The Descendants showing up and showing out in the second and third game. Beautiful,
Victory!
beautiful execution.
And a very well played to Descendants. They are your champions for Kon-Rikka Marketplace, coming together by their captain Shadow, who is currently not playing because he had a big fit. He had some beef with the players earlier, so he kind of got benched by his own team, pretty much. And that turned out to be the right choice. They win the match. They win the whole tournament. Congratulations.
Wow, beautiful gameplay coming from the side of the Descendants. But with that being said, fantastic gameplay coming from also Choke 9. Again, showing up and just showing what they are capable of doing, especially in that first game. The question that comes down to is, how good are these teams going to be when they actually get back together? Is there going to be beef? Will there be broccoli on the side of it? Who knows?
Well, yeah, that is the game. MVP going to Saint Sakai's there. Beautifully played. Pretty much all the matches. Those Hayabusa games were crazy. This Roger game was crazy. Very well played to him. But yeah, anyway, thank you so much, Ezekiel, for joining me in this. I will post your channel link in my comment section here. Do check out Ezekiel NA. He's a great caster, host for NACT as well. Pleasure having you.
Hey, it's been great. It's been great being here. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much again for having me out here. The games have been fantastic. The people have been fantastic. Sepulger, as always, one of my favorite upcoming and moving on casters. I think you're going to do awesome, just as well as these teams. I'm proud of you guys, man. I'm proud of you guys.
All right, thank you so much, Zeke, for that. Yeah, that wraps up Kon-Rikka Marketplace. Thank you so much, everyone, to cooperating with me to make this tournament possible. I kind of organized the whole thing on just a whim, so it was a little bit out of nowhere, but I think you guys really enjoyed it. I'll ask in the announcements group of MSA again if you guys want to see this happen again. I'll be happy to host another marketplace for different teams, different captains, and all of that sort of stuff. If Moonton, if any one of you guys are watching, please give us a tournament lobby. Anyway, that'll be it. Anything else you'd like to say before we end things up here, Zeke?
No, real quick, shout out to Sepulger again for setting everything up, executing the tournament in the best fashion that he could possible. With somebody not having access to those tournament lobbies, he has absolutely showed off the amazing capabilities, again, of the Mobile Legends community's content creators. The casters, the creators, the YouTubers, all of them really are the baseline foundation of the Mobile Legends League.
Thank you. Well put, Zeke. Well put. But yeah, that'll be it. We'll see you guys in Kon-Rikka Marketplace Season 2, maybe. Well, it depends on you guys if you want to see it or not. So, yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for tuning in.